My first reflection of Prometheus right now is that he was one of the Titans, together with Kronos, Saturn. And the Titans were half-gods that worked between the gods and the humans. Modern-day Saturn cult, the elites farms humanity to live a life in luxury, as masters above the slaves/ignorant normal people based on their advantage being superior in knowledge. Fire is vision, and the key to navigate your inner heaven, eradicating all shadows and confusion. When Prometheus gave away the fire to the humans, they could understand their situation and free themselves from Saturn cult. The god imposters escape from Plato's cave, which is the matrix, a structure of air conditioning that has frozen their inner heaven into a dark and cold place. Lighting the fire means to turn on the light inside of your inner heaven, and you now see the holistic perspective offered from Jupiter, in Sagittarius, mutable/liquid fire. Saturn cult rules humanity by symbols altering the structures of the right brain hemisphere, the collective subconscious, which is the bridge to the divine knowledge. They have hacked the connection to fire and makes an input with the false light/air conditioning, gaslighting, fooling humanity that they themselves are gods. There is an old comedy by Aristophanes, The Birds. I think it hints at this. Prometheus was an insider. He knew the esoteric teachings that made the Titans godlike, but he realized that what the Titans were doing does not benefit life for anyone. The Uranus archetype is that of a damaged and traumatized individual who breaks free from any limits, and as he does so he sacrificed both himself and the collective based on love. He is a hero that both the masters and the slaves wants to see hanged, punished, because none of the two polarities understands him. He has internalized the full paradox of life into his own being and do what he can to balance all the elements in an effort to push humanity towards a qualitative equilibrium, being the apex of life. Uranus rules Aquarius, Aqua rise, the 11th sign, L-even, a balanced lord, ruling fixed air, being F-air. As an archetype, Prometheus is Uranus, who is a mature version of Saturn, and when his empathy with the humans made him give the fire to humans, he was seen as a traitor and was punished by Zeus. This interpretation does not fit at all with the mythology though, since Zeus was the son of Kronos/Saturn who castrated his father and took over the throne, just as Saturn did with Uranus his father. A pattern I see with these castration themes of the fathers and stealing the reign of heaven, points to the ages shifting in polarity with regular intervals, between feminine and masculine reign. The feminine ages are that of freedom and flow, while the masculine, Saturn, are those of hard oppression, or inner versus outer. Saturn cult worships the outer and hard lord, which I see as Yahweh, an earth demon who demands earthly sacrifices, symphonic deities. Saturn is structure, control, seriousness and authority. In Capricorn, which means goat seeds, he sows seeds for climbers. He tempts those with a vague and weak self-image, mostly based in Moon and Venus issues, so they dedicate their life to climb in the public arena, the limelight, in an effort to compensate for not being able to nurture their inner child, their moon, but instead walks the path of gaining security in the external life, in Saturn's theater. As compensation for not being loved, they go for a strategy to become admired, feared, or even hated. Some thoughts that came to me today is that Saturn and Pluto are the two brothers of Egyptian mythology, Seth and Osiris. And Seth is Satan, Saturn. The Great Reset is Re-Seth. Which are also Cain and Abel, both couples of brothers murdered one brother, based on jealousy. These brothers speaks about the elementary couples air, earth, Seth, versus fire, water, Osiris, which are also the dimensions, outer, Seth, versus inner, Osiris. These elements works as I have described them in previous postings. Note, everything that I share on my channel is ideas that comes to me, lives through me, Jupiter, flow. When I reply to questions, these large patterns of symbolic flow are not of the same quality, in my view, but are the fruits of my Mercury, left brain, deducing details to express through an outwards focusing Jupiter, into larger patterns of interpretation. Funny though is that I seem to get more likes on my more simple and Mercurian postings, while I see my higher value in the unique Jupiterian insights I can pull from knowing my depths that not many can.